Joel Embiid just had one of the craziest performances that I've ever seen in my entire life. Not only did he have 70 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 assists, and great counting stats, obviously, he shot only 2 3-pointers and made only 1, which only gave him 3 points from the three-point line in a 70-point game. When we've seen other 70-point games in the past couple of years, and even Kobe's 81-point game back a few years ago, there's high three-point attempt usage. And not saying that those performances are not legendary and amazing, because obviously you have to get really hot and on fire to hit 70 points in a game like Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell did last season. But this performance by Joel Embiid was an absolute masterclass, and he put up 70 points and over half of his team's points. The team had 133 in a 133 to 123 win over the Spurs, and he had 70 of them, which is way over half. And for him to have this dominant of a performance cements himself as one of the top 3 candidates for the MVP award this year. And I'd say that the only other 2 that he's really in contention with are Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Those are the 2 other guys that I would vote for around him. But this performance really sets him apart, because in the MVP race, you need a performance where you know that is the it game. That's the MVP moment for him. And last year, a lack of an MVP moment is what had people really riled up, that he did win the MVP ahead of Nikola Jokic and Giannis. But this year, he's already had his MVP moment. This 70-point game on only 2 3-point attempts, along with 18 rebounds and 5 assists, is his MVP moment. This game is an all-time performance, obviously, because he's only the 6th player ever to have 70 points plus in a single game, after Wilt, Kobe, David Robinson, and then Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell last season. But this game is just incredible for not only the Sixers, but just for basketball in general, because we're seeing how incredibly talented these players actually are, and how good you have to be to actually score 70 on any given night. Because if it was so easy, as the critics are going to say, just because of the free throws, then why hasn't he done it before? Obviously, he's had a really good performances, but he's never had this good of a performance, especially on this low of 3-point attempts. And I just want to say that this really does propel him into a next level of superstar player for me, because we already thought of him as a top 5 player in the NBA. But this really gives him that it factor that he's been lacking for such a long time. That one signature performance that sticks out in all of our minds, that says Joel Embiid is that guy in terms of an NBA player and in terms of the MVP candidate that he's been for the past few years. And I've never seen him go this crazy before. And this is against Victor Wembanyama, a guy who is the number 1 overall pick and a guy who is expected to be the next great player in the NBA. And it just shows that Embiid is obviously superiorly talented, and also that Victor Wembanyama does have a lot of room to grow in his game. But obviously, this isn't on Victor Wembanyama. It's not his fault. And also, he's still going to be an amazing player. That'll be another video where I talk about that. But I just want to say this is an incredible performance from Joel Embiid, and I think that he is definitely an MVP frontrunner, and if not, the favorite. Anyways, God bless you all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, God bless.